lot of people here. Okay, I am a hypocrite. I am a single parent to 3 kids, and I'm constantly telling them to try new things, color outside the lines. Don't worry about who's watching, just have fun and be yourself. Be comfortable with who you are, because that is who you're meant to be. Blah, blah, blah. The entire time I'm lecturing my kids about this, I'm hiding behind them everywhere we go. I struggle with social anxiety, and they are my buffers. They've been my buffers for 13 plus years, and I'm really not sure how I'll handle it once they've outgrown me. So, I am here to practice what I preach and stop hiding while facing 2 of my biggest fears, which are public speaking and being in the spotlight. Thank you. So if I cry, you cry with me. If I laugh, you can laugh with me. I have spent the past 15 years of my life avoiding situations such as these. If I'm quiet and move through life undetected, nobody can judge me. Yet here I am, putting myself in front of a group of my peers, serving myself up on a platter, begging to be judged. How did I let this happen? That's another story. Yes. As I was trying to decide on a story to tell, I thought of myself, I thought of my kids, and I thought if I could go back in time to the age my kids are currently at, what would I have loved to hear from my parents? Which sort of advice would I like to give my kids to get them through the tough years ahead? So, this is to my babies. Here are my top 5 biggest screw-ups that I hope for them to avoid. The first 2 are a couple hard, so I might cry. 1, never allow anyone to make you feel small. I've come a long way. I struggled with everyday things that you would laugh at, like going to the grocery store. There are many days where I would just sit in the car, trying to get the courage to go in. I was worried about running into people I knew, people who judge. I felt small and vulnerable all the time, never really comfortable with myself. This is what happens when you allow people to get into your head. Nearly every night for many years, I would hear, "You're stupid, you're weak, you're lazy, you're fat." This is something that I allowed to happen. This is my fault. I look at my girls, and I pray they are stronger than me, and never allow anyone to make them feel like they're not enough. 2, be yourself and don't compromise your beliefs just to fit in. The first time I had sex, I was way too young. I'm not even going to tell you how young because it's really embarrassing. I was afraid to say no. I was afraid that he wouldn't like me anymore. I was afraid that people would make fun of me for being scared. Never be afraid to say no. Respect yourself and trust the people who truly love you will always be there for you no matter what. 3, laugh at yourself. Embrace your imperfections. Recently, I was in Victoria's Secret. Yes, why would I go to Victoria's Secret? Looking for a strapless bra. The store associate was guiding me through the store. She found a couple of different options. I tried them on. I'm like, don't love them. So she found another one. She can't find my size. So we're standing here, and she looks at the manager on the other side of the store, holds the bra up. What is the smallest size this comes in? As heads turn and focus on my breastless chest. 25 years ago, that situation would have completely humiliated me. Growing up, boys and girls made fun of my small boobs. I was embarrassed and would never, and always wear baggy clothes to try and hide. I want my girls to own all of their imperfections and never feel like they need to hide. 4, make good choices. Every day I tell my kids to make good choices. Understand the consequences of your choices. Some choices have long-term consequences that keep you wishing for a do-over. For example, when choosing someone to spend the rest of your life with, choose someone who is selfless and adores you, someone who will make a good father and spouse, someone you can laugh with and cry with and grow old with. Know that you can't change people. Don't even try. While poor choices like that will stick with you forever, some consequences are quick and nearly painless. Like when I was 16 years old, my parents moved me from a small town in Iowa to a small town in central Illinois. I wanted simply to go home for homecoming weekend. They said no, of course. So, at 3 a.m., I borrowed the car keys, crawled out of my bedroom window, and drove 450 miles in a stolen car with no cell phone and no GPS. This is when we had paper maps, Good stuff. Good choice? Not so much. Consequences? Yes, there were consequences. But to me, it was totally worth it. My hope is that my girls make better choices than I did. Number 5, communicate. Ask questions. Talk to me. Please talk to me. My parents were non-communicators. We didn't talk about anything. I have adopted a rather unconventional parenting style. While some agree with me, most are appalled. I am brutally honest. When my kids ask me how babies are born, I tell them they come through your vagina. And yes, it hurts. It hurts badly. When they use words they don't know the meaning of, like douchebag, I not only define it, but I show them pictures. My only struggle is with the subject of masturbation. I can't find myself discussing, I can't do it. In fact, I had the perfect opportunity one day, and I totally lied to them, which goes against my grain. But when I got divorced, a few of my girlfriends got me some battery-operated devices. I put them in a box on the top shelf of a closet. One day I get home from work, and my girls and 2 of their friends are lying down and giving each other back massages. My first reaction was to snatch them out of their hands, throw them away, and hide in my closet. But I didn't want to freak them out or draw more attention to it, so I simply said, "What you doing?" My youngest, "Just giving each other back massages." "Yeah, baby, I see that. But you know what? Those back massagers, those belong to Mrs. Rosso." And I really don't want anything to happen to them, so let's put them away, okay? And please, Lord, don't go home and tell your parents about this. So, my mother always said she hoped I was blessed with a daughter, much like myself someday. As my kids are crossing the threshold of puberty, I'm getting a little itchy. I have 2 girls, and both of them are a lot like me, but the youngest of the 2 is the one my mother has been praying for. This is for my girls, and a reminder to myself. Life is about living, not hiding. Put yourself in the spotlight on occasion. Love yourself, take chances, challenge yourself, be strong, be kind, be loyal. Work hard and play hard, have fun, focus on the people you love and love you back. Just be you, and you will be enough.